Red squirrels are altruistic towards kin is written by Gorel J.C. et al. In 2010. It is a trustworthy source as it has been cited 5 times. The article gives a detailed account of squirrels' mating habits, adoption techniques, traits, and social behaviors which enhance inclusive fitness. Hamilton's law can be used in this situation as it is when altruistic behaviors will be selected and increased in a population if the fitness cost to the individual is less than the fitness benefit to the benefactor of that multiplied by the coefficient or degree of relatedness. This implies that red squirrels' adoption techniques are to adopt related juveniles, which increase squirrels' inclusiveness within the community. This was tested over a period of 19 years to acquire an accurate range of results. A population of red squirrels was monitored to identify their social interactions and vocalizations with their own species. This data was recorded to identify whether those animals were asocial or social creatures. Within the same time frame, the physical interactions between both male and females were recorded. This was to identify the breeding times and whether or not red squirrels maintained a consistent mating partner. It was also very closely watched which juveniles were adopted. This was done by having all juveniles uniquely tagged. Furthermore, when looking at the results given within the article, it can be identified that these are aiming to display whether or not their adoption technique related to Hamilton's law. When looking at the table, it can be seen that this displays that only 5 adoptions took place. It shows that all of the adopted squirrels were related to the adoption mother. In these 5 cases, squirrels A1 to A5 illustrates that the mother will never adopt more than 1 squirrel, even though there were 34 litters within the study period. The relatedness of these 5 adoptions had where the surrogate mother had no juveniles, had a larger probability of adopting due to the loss of their own juveniles. When looking at the final adoption, the probability of the adoption was also 0.5. This was concluded as scientists began looking at the paternal lines. The probability of this adoption was increased as it was evaluated that the orphan was a full sister to another juvenile within the adoption litter. This article discusses the fitness components related to the kin selection of the adoption. The article further displays the increased fitness through the adoption of the kin by the asocial animal. Also discussed was the different possibilities which females could have taken by adopting either more than 1 related juvenile or an unrelated juvenile. Through the results discussed earlier, it could be seen that Hamilton's law was never disproven. Overall, Hamilton's law was shown throughout the article as there was no anomalies in the results. There have been no updated articles as this article itself was only published in 2010.